What's up, people of YouTube? I am the Indian. Decided I was going to get back on the ball here and upload some more videos. I don't like doing the vlogs as much as I've stated before. It's not because I don't like to just talk. It's that usually when I'm talking, I'm ranting. And when I rant, I usually spin off topic. I offend a whole bunch of people. And I do it on purpose. And it's not because that's actually how I feel. Because when I rant, I take what I actually want to say, and I actually do go over it in my head. I write it down. I figure out what points I want to get across. And then I exploit that to a point where it explodes. I want you to be shocked. I want you to be angry. I want you to see these videos, and I want you to just freak out. Because this is YouTube, who actually take everything that I post. Like the video for the Hazel Park Hypocrites video. A lot of that was my actual opinion. But I exploited it to the point where it was so ridiculous that it would piss off somebody. That's what I do. I'm here to entertain you. I want to catch your attention. I want you to open up your eyes. Yeah, there are things that I say that are quite true in a lot of people's opinion. But I try to make it ridiculous to a point. Hazel Park is run by hypocrites. Judges are money hungry. Everybody's trying to get money back into Hazel Park. I mean, it's turning around and it's doing great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we got a Tim Hortons now. They took out that old hotel. We got racetracks doing new stuff now. They're actually doing live races again. There's money coming back into the city. A new job agency right down the street from my house for people who are looking for a job but can't seem to find work. Because most people nowadays go through temp agencies, and that's what it is. I'm actually really happy about that. Hazel Park is finally starting to turn around, but the people saying that they're cracking down on blight and everything else,
Yeah, wait.
there are a few people that they like to mess with every single year, if not every other month or so, and it's unfortunate, and I'm going to continue with the Hazel Park hypocrisy videos. But, you know, the reason why I'm mentioning it is because I got a couple comments, and they made me laugh a little bit. Because, like, they're sitting there going, oh, well, your yard looks like crap, and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm from Hazel Park, and you shouldn't have garbage in your front yard. First off, there was garbage in my front yard because it was garbage day.
That's a clever retort. Duh!
That's the day where you put your garbage in your front yard so that the garbage guys can come take it away.
Brilliant. Duh!
That's why it's there. I don't know how else they're supposed to do it. What, are you going to invite garbage men into your house to take out your garbage for you? I mean, I understand we live in America, and I'm pretty sure that somebody could probably arrange that for you, but unless you're rich, nobody's going to want to do that at all for you. You have to take your garbage out to the front so that they could load it into the truck easier. It would take them a lot more time, and we'd have to pay them a lot more money for them to walk into your house and take your garbage out for you. Some dude said there were garbage bags in my yard. The only bags that were in my yard were leaf bags. And, yeah, that's legal to have leaf bags in your front yard. Hence the leaves around the bag. Just saying. I know I don't have a perfect yard. It is patchy and stuff like that. Because I have a dog. I'm not gonna sit there and try to grow grass when I have a dog that runs over it, pees on it, craps on it. I'm not gonna do that. There is some slight changes with my vlog and stuff. I have been talking to quite a few people, and I am going to curve, if not eliminate, the swearing in my videos. Unfortunately, I do swear a lot, and I've been trying to contain it. To know me, actually, I do not censor myself when I have an opinion. If I'm riled up about something, oh, I swear a lot. And I do try to give people who watch my videos a shock factor. I currently live in Hazel Park, yes, and I've been in and out of Hazel Park for the past 10 years. My dad has grown up here. He went to school here. He's lived in and out of Hazel Park for 40 years. My uncle, who works with me at the racetrack, he's been here for 40 some odd years, hasn't moved. He's been here all of his life. And he even says the same thing. This place is run by hypocrites. The code enforcement, they're getting better, but they're not. You know what I mean? I mean, they take their job so seriously, and they're like, people are not gonna sit here and do what they do. You want to make this community, you want to make Hazel Park the best that it could be, then come together as a community. You know what I mean? Like, if you see something like code enforcement, if I was a code enforcer, I'd be one of those weird guys. Like, I'd come up to your door, yeah, I would see your property and I'd come up to your door and I would knock on it and I would try to talk to you like, hey, look, your yard is unkept or your grass is unkept. You have to mow it. You have to. It's just one of those things. I don't want to give you a ticket, but I will have to if you do not cut your yard within the next 24 to 48 hours. Done. I guarantee you that'll be done, and they'll appreciate you a lot more for it, because you don't want to ticket them. Yes, your job is to give out tickets for people who are neglecting their yard. There's somebody right down the street with grass that's like almost as tall as my boots, and my boots go up my ankles. It sucks. And I've seen code enforcement out there already typing in the thing. They probably got a ticket, but it's people like that that don't need to be in the city, you know. But love thy neighbor. Like, be neighborly. All right, we're in a 2 mile by 2 mile place. Yeah, you want to criticize people, and I do appreciate the criticism. I love it. I've been hoping that somebody dogs on one of my videos so bad, because any kind of opinion is what I want. Good, bad, whatever. I want you guys to tell me what you want to see. I want you guys to tell me if you don't like what I've posted or if you're offended by something. That's what I want, so that I know where you guys stand. I want to entertain you. I don't want to just complain to you all the time, which is what I've been doing. And yeah, you know, I try to quit. You know, one guy was like, "Oh, quit your..." Yeah, he, quit your complaining is what he was saying, but he used it in a very derogatory term. So, like I said, trying to curb it, trying to be a little more kid-friendly, more family-friendly. There are going to be a couple of fun skits that I'm coming up with, and in those skits, I'm not censoring nothing. I'm sorry to tell you. I won't post it where it's supposed to be family coordinated, but, you know, hey, whatever. But we did go to court, we did fight the tickets, and we got actually 2 out of the 3 thrown out, because, you know, they even said, okay, yeah, maybe we were, whatever. So, but everything's taken care of now, and everything's all good. I'm still going to be pointing out the hypocrisy in it. There are still quite a few yards that Hazel Park owns that are so far not up to code that it is crazy. And, you know, if you are not going to sit here, I am not going to tolerate being corrected when morally you cannot correct me. If your yard or the properties that you own look crazy, yard, I mean, there was a house right over here the same day I got a ticket, that grass was up to my kneecaps. And there's a junkyard in the backyard, and they took the address off of it, but like the garage door on it isn't even a door, it's plywood. Like, that looks junky, it looks hickabilly. You know, people in Hazel Park, some of us think it's hilarious to be called Hazeltucky, some of us don't. And the reason why we're called Hazeltucky is because we have stuff like that in there. I mean, I've seen siding on garages held up by duct tape here. I've seen a shirtless man eating a country boy. I've seen it all, dude. Like, wow. We are hillbilly here. And, I mean, not everybody wants that. Not everybody likes that term. But it's funny. It makes us unique. We're hickabilly. That's kind of cool. You know, at one point in time, rockabilly was the thing. You know, like, yeah. You know, I remember hanging out with a whole bunch of my friends. You know, everybody would hang out in a very public place. We didn't care. We weren't hiding anything. And I'm still not. I don't hang out in public places anymore, but I don't really leave my house unless you pay me. So, I mean, unless I'm going after a video to entertain you fans here, or I'm making money, I don't really leave. I don't do clubs. I don't like to party too much. I live alone. I've lived with people in the past, and, you know, it's just not one of those things. Things happen, and, you know, I've had quite a bit of bad luck when it comes to roommates, so now I live alone. A buddy of mine, my old boss, in fact, he will stay here once in a while, and that's because he's working down here. But he literally comes in, he goes to sleep, he gets up in the morning, and he leaves. So, but I mean, yeah, you know, another thing I want to comment on is, I was told I'm not going to be taken seriously when I say stuff about religion and how the country is run. If you look at it, I'm not wrong. Ever since the whole 9/11 thing happened, we've been really and I mean, there are a lot of people that have posted on Facebook that I've seen. I've gotten links, I've gotten tangents, messages, galore about it. I guess down in some of the states down south of us, there were people who were complaining about their children coming home and getting detentions or suspensions for saying God bless you, or they were forced to take a test on the Muslim religion in school on 9/11. And I believe you should know. You don't have to know, but you should know every religion before you're going to talk down about one. I've studied many religions. Paganism, Christian, Baptist, Lutheran, Catholic, Jewish. I've even studied a little bit of Muslims. And I try to be a well-educated person. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to teach us about how they work. I'm not saying that it's wrong that they're here. But I'm saying your teachers aren't allowed to talk about God or be Christian or whatever because they could lose their job. Because it's religion. And you could offend somebody. And now they're teaching kids, elementary school kids by the way, about Allah. Allah is God. Hello? Am I losing my mind here? Like, that's the same thing. It's just a different word. So if we're teaching our kids about Allah, then in turn we're teaching our kids about God. And because the parents aren't of the Muslim religion, they might get a little mad about their kids knowing more about Allah than about God, especially if they grew up in a Christian household. This is completely 100% honesty. I'm not blowing it way out of proportion. This is just what I see. This video, unlike all my other videos, is not meant to entertain you. It's meant to inform you. If I have offended somebody, I'm sorry, but that's kind of the point. Most good comedians nowadays aim to offend everybody at once because there's no way around it. Tommy Tiernan makes a comment at the fact that people laughed at the gestures that he was doing and the faces he was making when he said bad things happen to the black people. It's true. It's a very serious thing. But because of the way he did it, it was funny. Gabriel Iglesias, again, uses the race card a lot. Another fantastic one of my favorite comedians is Ralphie May. The most derogatory person when it comes to comedy. He's very raunchy. Talks about blacks, whites, everything. Like, he grew up in the South, and he tells you how it is. He gives you a different point of view on things. So I'm asking you YouTubers, if you're going to comment on my stuff, whether it be positive, negative, opinion, whatever it may be, I welcome it. I won't respond to it. If I do respond to it, it'll be a thank you. Or something along them lines. If it's criticism, I won't say anything. I want that feedback. But if you're going to criticize me, at least be correct about it. Yeah. I just ask that you don't take me as seriously as you think that I want to be taken. Yes, I want to be taken seriously when I'm showing you my opinion or giving you my opinion on something, but only take to heart half of what I'm saying, because the other half is trying to blow it way out of proportion, exaggerate it to a point where you can't help but talk about it, and it gets a discussion and puts a thought in your brain. Like, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a couple more things that I want to do. Check out the haunted house rating videos. That's all for now. Keep it brutal.